Mansa was the ruler of the ancient kingdom of Mali, a prosperous and wise kingdom that was rich in gold. He was adored for his wisdom and fairness, commanding the respect of his people. His reign was marked by tranquility, with flowing rivers and lush agricultural land. But a shadowy atmosphere overshadowed the kingdom as the seasons progress. Even after a smooth spell of clockwork, the rainfall refused to stop. The once fertile fields were now dry, the crops had dwindled, and the inhabitants began to experience hunger. In a state of desperation, Mansa summoned his council of advisors, which comprised the most knowledgeable individuals in the nation. But their counsel was helpless. No solution could be proposed, only indirect recommendations. With his kingdom dying before him, the king's heart was filled with fear and anxiety. While he was grieving, his mind wandered to the realization that there might be a woman who holds the answers. Known not only for her great knowledge, but also because of the close association with the spirits that reigned over it, Niala, the wise old woman, was well known. She served as a healer, sage, and kept ancient secrets that had been passed down through generations. Her voice resonated with the wind, her words were reminiscent of the trees, and her knowledge extended to the stars. Mansa reached out to her, his eyes glazed with despair. He sat on Niala and asked, "What can I do to save my people? Our actions seem to be counterproductive as the land is in a state of decline. Despite my efforts, none have been able to respond." Standing under the shade of a sacred baobab tree, Niala observed as she gazed attentively at the king. Her voice was delicate, yet felt like the weight of the earth. "Mansa, the land is not only a source of seed and soil, but also nourishes thirsty waters. The spirit world is enraged by its existence. The disturbance of the balance has resulted in the holding of rain." "Niala, what does balance mean?" Mansa asked in a confused tone. "What is that?" Niala stated that the spirits are not seeking vengeance, but they serve as guardians. They demand something pure, something selfless. A sacrifice that echoes the earthly beat will only satisfy them. The king's forehead raised. "What kind of sacrifice, poor fellowman?" asked. Niala was hesitant. "It demands sacrifice from the one beloved, not in the face of anger, but in surrender. A life for the land." Mansa's heart raced. He stood silently. Might it be the case that the spirits required the ultimate sacrifice? Is it true that his kingdom was willing to sacrifice its most precious life for survival? To what extent could the survival of his land be deemed unfeasible for his people, family, and loved ones? "Where's my place?" Mansa asked Niala with numbness. He looked at her in despair. "What must I do?" A hidden grove in the forest was led by Niala, who saw that a baobab tree had roots that were gnarled and extended into the earth, its trunk being as wide as peaks. It was rumored that the roots of this holy tree were responsible for providing the heart of Mali, and its spirit supported all that flourished within the kingdom. Niala softly stated, "This is the tree, the heart of Mali. The earth's pulse must be present at this site for the healing to begin. A sacrifice is required." Then Mansa nodded with a solemn expression as they both grabbed an axe. The air around them changed as he lifted it to hit the tree. Winds howled and the clouds shone with the promise of rain. The ground beneath Mansa trembled with the sound of an ear, and there was no sound as the axe came down. Although the tree was struck first, it had already impacted land. Without warning, the sky shone and precipitation started pouring out. As if the heavens had perished, the earth was dehydrated and thirsty. The drought was quelled, the crops were rejuvenated, and the Malians celebrated, their prayers being answered in an unexpected way. Mansa, feeling uncertain and unassuming, looked towards Niala. I believe the sacrifice would be fatal. Renewing was not just about giving someone a life, but also the earth itself. The earth's gifts were always present, but Niala didn't mind to listen. The world's rhythms must be mindful of our desires. Only then can we achieve true harmony. King Mansa's rule was marked by a greater understanding of the importance of accepting wisdom from unexpected places. This is now evident. He revered the earth and the spirits, guaranteeing that his people would coexist in harmony with both. His reign saw the kingdom grow, and the story of King Mansa and his guru Niala became dynastic. Nonetheless, the tale doesn't conclude there. What would have happened if the drought had been a predetermined event? If the spirits had desired more than just a sacrifice, what would be the outcome? If the sacrifice was made for the betterment of humanity, how would we approach it today? Could it be that the real difficulty was not pacifying the planet, but understanding the hidden aspects of how humans and nature interact? At present, we encounter analogous difficulties. Earth yearns for its equilibrium. Waters are rising, forests are dwindling, animals are disappearing. We pursue answers in science, politics, and innovation. But perhaps the answers lie not in the things we build, but in the things we've forgotten. Our connection to the earth, the spirits that dwell within it, and the ancient wisdom that has guided civilizations before ours. King Mansa and Niala's story is not just a tale of ancient times. It is a timeless reminder, a call to us all. It urges us to listen to the earth, honor the balance, and remember that true wisdom often comes from unexpected places. If we can learn from the past, reconnect with the land, and honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, perhaps we can create a future where humanity and nature thrive in peace and prosperity. The earth is always speaking to us. We must choose to listen. Watch out for more African folk tales on African Story Channel. Subscribe, like and share.